Hello, I'm Jagdish, lecturer in E&C department, SV Polytechnic Kumta. In this semester, I'm going to handle this electronic measurements and instrumentation subject. In today's session, we'll walk through a syllabus of EMI. We shortly call it as a EMI, that is electronic measurements and instrumentation. So the course code is 15EC34. You can see on a screen it is a whole syllabus which is already posted in a Google Classroom. Alright, it will be having a CI internal marks of 25 marks and semester end exam of 100 marks. You can see on a screen there is a course objectives given. So after completion of this course, that is EMI course, you should be able to fulfill all these points. You can see on a screen. So that is, you should be familiarization with basic terms, errors and standards in electronic measurements, and you should be able to understand working principle, uses of different types of instruments in testing procedures, and you should understand working principle of commonly used sensors, signal conditioners and display systems used in electronic instrumentation. And the last one is familiarization of general principle of equipment maintenance and protection. So these are the course objectives. That means, so you should be able to understand or familiarize with all these points. Next we have a course outcomes. So this basically we have in this subject we have a 6 chapters. So chapter in the sense units, unit 1 to unit 6, and each unit is mapped with the CO1. So CO is nothing but course outcomes. So in other words I can say, so for each subject they will be defined, they define total 6 COs. So according to that they will design a chapters. In the chapter 1, so after completion of a chapter 1, you should understand what is measurement errors, what is statistical analysis and bridge method of measurements. So total we are going to handle, we are going to take about 7 hours, you can see here. So like that, so we have 6 outcomes, the course outcomes for each units. So total of 52 hours will be taken for this subject. If I come down, so there is a table given, course content and pattern of marks for SCE. That means, so semester end exam, the marks will be distributed for each chapters, that is each units. So for the first unit, 20 marks will be allocated. That means 20 marks questions will be coming in a semester exam. As for the second unit, 20 marks, like that. So up to 6th unit, we have a 15 marks, total of 145 marks. In the out of 145 marks, you will be attending 100 marks questions. So next we have the page 2, we have a course content. So first unit is basics of measurement. In this unit you are going to learn about necessity of measurement, about errors, statistical analysis and different standards. In the unit 2, the unit 2 name is transducer. In this unit you are going to learn working principle of many transducers. For examples, we have a strain gauge, load cell, capacitive transducer, thermocouple, piezoelectric, proximity sensors, digital optical encoders, PIR sensors and lot more. So we will be learning about working principle of these transducers. So in the unit 3 we have analog meters. So in analog meters we will be learning working models and related things. So for example, PMMC meters, DC ammeter and electrodynamometer, voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. So electrodynamometer type of a voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. So these are all analog devices, analog meters. So we are going to study all these. In the same chapter we have a electronic voltmeters. So using electronic element, so we are going to construct a voltmeter, ohm meter, ammeter, like that. In the unit 4 we got a testing instruments. So testing instruments in the second semester you are familiar with cathode ray oscilloscope, function generator, oscilloscope and all. So in this EMI subject you are going to study more deeply on a cathode ray oscilloscope, DSO, function generator and related to those devices. Next we have a digital meters. In the chapter 3 you can see here in a unit 3 we have seen analog meters. So in the unit 5 we have got digital meters. Almost the same instruments will be which are designed with a digital technology that we are going to study. For example, in the digital instrument we have a counters, digital time interval measurement, digital LCR meter, digital multimeter, microprocessor based instruments and IEEE 488 GPIB instrument. So ultimately we are going to understand working principle and applications of these instruments. And the unit 6, the last one, instrumentation maintenance. In this instrumentation maintenance, in the previous chapters and all we will be learning about the instruments. In the unit 6 we will be learning about how to maintain those instruments, how to manage or how to maintain to work properly, that and all we are going to study. So you can see here how we can shield the instrument, shielding with the use of a cabinets, precautions in instrument usage, precautions for instrument safety, and later interference. That means if any disturbance, what we have to, how we can overcome with that we are going to study in this unit 6. Next we have a references given here. So for this subject we have total 4 reference books here. So we recommend to refer R.K. Rajput and Kelsey H.S. and the last one we have a Helfrich and William Cooper. So these 3 books will cover all the concept here. If we move down, we have a table here, course assessment and evaluation scheme. So for this subject, how internal and semester end marks are distributed, they have given here. We can see CIE, that means IA, total 25 marks will be there for IA. So how they have splitted? They have splitted as 15 marks for 3 tests. For quiz we have a 5 marks. For activity we have a 5 marks. So generally in the previous semester and all, for each subject 20 marks will be the 24 marks was the test marks, but in this EMI subject we will be having a 15 marks for internal test, 5 marks for quiz and 5 marks for activity. And in the end of the course semester exam we will be having a 100 marks. So total of 125 marks you can see here. If we come down, so in the previous table you have seen there is a 5 marks for student activity. So these are the activity you have to do compulsorily to get 5 marks that we will give during the semester. And to evaluate that activity we have a rubrics table here. You can refer how that marks has divided here. So ultimately we are going to take an average of this and will consider a activity marks. In this page you can see, so this is the CIE question paper format. So as I said, we have only 15 marks for internal test. That is why each question is divided into 5 marks, 5 plus 5 plus 5. You will be having only 3 questions to get a 15 marks here. So this is just the model question paper, you can refer to. And in this table you can see a end exam question paper pattern. So in each unit you will be getting a 15 marks of question. Like in the unit 1, one question of 5 marks and 1.5 question of 10 marks. In the transducer chapter, 5 marks 1 question, 10 marks 1.5 question. That means here 15 marks and here 5 marks, 20 marks. In the third chapter, you will be getting 2 questions of 5 marks and 2 questions of 10 marks. That means total 30 marks is allocated for a third unit. For the fourth unit, 2 questions of 5 marks and 2 questions of 10 marks. In the fifth, 2 questions of 5 marks, 2 questions of 10 marks. And in the sixth unit, 1 question of 5 marks and 1 question of 10 marks. So totally 145 marks question paper will be there, out of which we have to attend only 100 marks question. Choices will be there. Next we move down. We have here model question paper. Semester end exam model question paper is given in a syllabus. You can refer. This is just a model. And in the page, from the page 9 to till end, they have given a model question bank. Each chapter wise, each unit wise, they have given question bank here, 5 marks questions and 10 marks questions. And the end of the chapter or the end of the unit, you have to write an assignment which consists of answer for this each questions. Thank you.